Hello, I'm Trent Henderson. You're on the Living Rim Network. Man, I'm just being overloaded with divine inspiration um, at this point in my life right now, um, and it's a good thing. I mean, I love to do this. This is what I do. I like telling people about stuff. I've always been the type of person that just loves to tell people about stuff. It's just kind of like my purpose, and everybody has a purpose. You just really have to find it. And when you find your purposes and your gifts and stuff like that, you will do it effortlessly. Like it'll be something that you just happy to do because it's just in you to do it. And it'll be like a well coming up from you that never runs out of water. And that's how it's supposed to be when you tap into the stuff that you really love to do. And I'm gonna tell you how I got into this and how it correlates with sowing and reaping and stuff like that of that nature. So this video is entitled Mastering the Sow and the Reap Process Concept. It's very simple. It's very easy. In a nutshell, it's just doing it unto others as you want others to do unto you. That's how the world works around us, in ways that we do not understand. Every moment that in situation that we're facing, it's like a test for us. It's like a trial. Every circumstance that we're placed in, it's like we're in court and we're playing the plaintiff because we brought the case to court based on our actions and our beliefs. We brought the case to court and we have a judge that's overseeing the case, and the judge is God because God is everything. And whatever the judge says goes. And the judge bases his decision off of the evidence that he sees or she sees, the facts that present itself, the logic, the reasoning. Where were you at this time of the day? What were you doing? Why did you do it? Do you have anything to prove why you feel that way? Is there anything that you are hiding? Is there anything you're doing in secret that we don't know about that's causing you to do this? Are you guilty? Are you not guilty? Why aren't you guilty? Why aren't you innocent? Why are you innocent? And so God is always putting us in different situations to where we have to always be tested in order to grow. It's the sow and the reap process. It's the way creation is made. It's the way creation is made. And like I said in one of my past videos, that's why you look outside and you can see a tree was a very small tree at first, but then it grew and then it grew and then it grew and then it grew and then it bloomed all these flowers and then it bloomed all this fruit. And then when the winter came, it wiped out all the tree. And then the tree had no flowers, no leaves, no fruits on it. And then again, it did the same thing. It grew flowers, it grew leaves, it grew fruit. The same process happened over with the tree. Why is that? Why is it that a tree can continue to flourish, break down, flourish, break down, flourish? Because it's always still. It doesn't move. And that's the same thing we have to do. We have to be still in our true selves and who we are as people and just do the right thing. If we can just be still and know that God is always with us and always just wants us simply just to do the right thing, then we will grow. We will grow, we will grow, and we will flourish, we will flourish, we will grow and grow, we will flourish and flourish. But we have so many issues that we're always trying to deal with based on our desires, our egos. We don't like such and such because such and such did this to me, or we don't want to go that route because of what happened to this person and what happened in my past, and I can't do this and I can't do that. So we dealing with this, man. We fighting with ourselves most of the time. We're not even realizing that, and so it's a sow and reap process. That's why in everyday life, like whenever you get a chance to be generous, whenever you get a chance to be kind, whenever you get a chance to help somebody out, whenever you get a chance to be a gentleman, whenever you get a chance to be a lady about anything that comes your way, that it presents itself, saying, hey, can you do this for me? Like, for instance, if you walking into a restaurant and somebody's coming out the restaurant, let them come out first before you go in. Or if you are with this date for the first time ever. You're a man. You would just date for the first time ever, and she's done so much things for you, so much things for you, and you don't have nothing to give back to her for it, nothing at all. Something as simple as, when she rides with you in your car, you open the door for her. What you're doing is you're showing generosity. You're putting out energy of being kind. You're putting out an energy of being nice. She will remember that. She will be thankful of that. If you see somebody in the streets and they seem to be living in poverty and you have a pocket full of cash, and somehow, for some reason, this person comes to you out of all the people in the street. They come to you and they ask you, hey, do you got some change you can spare me, man? I need to get me a hamburger. And you say no. And then you walk away and you like, I ain't helping that person. But God put that person to come to you. Why? Because you had a pocket full of money. Probably wasn't going to do nothing with the money anyway. Go buy some clothes. Go buy a bottle of liquor. Go buy something extracurricular that you could have done to give to some. You could have actually used that money to give to somebody. You could have sold that into something and reaped the harvest in a way that you didn't understand in the future. See, the problem is we got to get people around us, guys, and that's why I want y'all to share these videos. We got to get people around us to think in invisible terms, because we have so many people that only think based on what they see, when that is really not true at all the time. You can live your life based on what you see. Yeah, that's cool. Everybody does it all the time, but there has to be something in you that, makes you feel like I can do something, from the bottom of my heart, and something is going to repay me for it. I don't know what this something is, but I really believe that I will be repaid for this act of kindness. And you will, like, every good thing that has came your way in your life, it came your way because of something you done in the past. Like something you sowed in the past has reaped. You have reaped it. It has came back around like karma. I do believe in karma. I believe in karmatic debt as well, because if you do something bad to somebody, no matter what it was, it will always be on your consciousness. Like there is no person in the whole wide world that is so cold-hearted to where they can do something so illmatic and not even think about it ever again. They gonna always think about it because it's gonna always be on their conscience. And as long as it's on your conscience, it is in your energy system. And as long as it's in your energy system, that invisible stuff that's running through your body that you can't see, that makes you think about it from time to time, even though it happened 20 years ago, which is energy. Energy is thoughts. That is going to be put out into the universe, the creation. Okay, and the creation is going to hear that language, going to see that language, going to be able to feel that language, because it can read that energy coming from you, and it's going to give you back what you deserve based on what you have done to this person, or so it's very important that you sow good things as much as you can when you get a chance, because this is what is going to make you abundant and prosperous in life. Again, it's an invisible force out here which is always working, and it is always watching what you do. It's called God. It's called God. This stuff is in scripture. Like, God sees every action and thought and thing that you do. You cannot escape God. Like, you cannot escape God. So you always want to make sure you're doing something good. Like, I don't care if you got a bad attitude about something. You want to find a way to do something good. Like, I can't stress that anymore. That is what's going to make you a prosperous person. And then that's why you have so many people that become prosperous. All of a sudden, they just become like these multimillionaires, or all of a sudden they just become rich, or they hit the lotto, or something like a big breakthrough happened in their life. All of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, in a split of a day, nobody knows when somebody's life is going to change. you know, and all of a sudden that all that reaping, I mean, all that sowing that they did, it harvests and they reap it, you know, like that's why a lot of people are prosperous. You know, it's easy to look at somebody and say, ah, how did they become that way? They don't deserve that. They got all these cars and they got all these clothes and all these friends and they look so wonderfully well and wow, I should be in their position. But you got to ask yourself, did you do the things that they did at the time that they did them in order for them to get to where they are and you to get there too? Like, are you doing the same things in your life? Not, probably not, because it shows right there because you're talking about that person. You don't even know that person. You know, when all you could have done was just say, man, you know what? I admire that person. You know, it ain't about materialistic stuff, but you can say something like, you know, I admire that person in that Maserati, or you know, I admire that house that person has. You know what? I'm gonna get me a house like that one day. Or, man, such and such is really financially stable. I'm gonna get my stuff in order and make sure that I'm financially stable as well. Man, I really love her kids. Her kids are, you know, he's handsome and she's a cute little girl. I'm gonna get my own kids one day, rather than looking down on, you know, the fortunes of other people. That doesn't get you anywhere. That's you putting out bad energy right there. You putting out karma right there. And then when you're not realizing it and you in certain positions, somebody else is gonna be talking like about you. And then you're gonna wonder why that person doesn't respect you. Because look at how you talked about other people behind their back. Life is just a mirror. When you look in a mirror, who do you see? You don't see the mirror, which is made out of a rock. You see yourself. You see yourself when you look into a mirror. That's just what life is. It's a reflection of who we are back to ourselves. And it's very important that we sow as much positive things and good stuff, you know, into others and into our own lives. Like, you know, put that stuff into yourself. You know, you fill yourself up with that, you know, you're going to put that out. If you fill yourself up with it, the more you concentrate on doing something, you're going to get good at it and you're going to get great at it and you're going to get very, very wonderfully good at it. And you're just going to get so good to a point that people have to notice it. And they have to say, man, that is amazing how that person can do that. Like, you know, and it's just like athletes. It's like athletes. Some athletes are good, but some athletes are great. You know, the athletes are good. They good. They make big money and whatnot, but you have great athletes. Why are the athletes great, and the ones good? Because the ones that are great, they worked harder. They believe more. They have more faith. They have more ambition. They have more love for the game, you know, and so they perform on a whole different level from a person that's just good. They worked for it. They put themselves in a position because they believed to the degree that, you know, they play it. It only makes perfect sense. You know, look at Steph Curry. You could look at Steph Curry, who played basketball ever since he was a little kid. Even his daddy played in the NBA. Now how old is Steph Curry? I think, like 24, 25 years old? Look at Cam Newton, 24-year-old football NFL player who is no older than me, but he bigger than me. He more stronger than me. Why is he in a position to play in the NFL with adults who are supposed to be twice as good as him at the age that he worked harder? You know, he believed more. He had a lot more fun. He loved the game. So he's in a position because his heart, not his mind, not his ability, but his heart. He wanted it more, and it shows in your performance. For what you sow is what you're going to reap. Always. One love. Thank you for watching this video. More to come. Please subscribe so we can continue to build up our network, and make a comment at the bottom and I'll be sure to respond. Everything comes to the tablet. So I'll respond promptly. Thank you for watching.